All right, today we're going to be talking about solving systems by graphing. What is a system of equation? A system of equation is two or more equations that have a relationship. So two or more equations. And these are going to be linear equations. How do you solve a system of equation? By graphing, substitution, oops, that was a way too, substitution, or elimination. When you're talking about graphing, it's where the solution is where the two lines intersect. So step one, let me change the color. Step one is you graph the first equation, and we're going to focus on graphing. This is the one we're going to be doing. We aren't going to actually be doing substitution and elimination. You'll do that later on when you get into algebra. First, step one, we're going to graph the first equation. Then step two, we're going to graph the second equation. Step three, find the point of intersection. And step four is verify your answer. And so let's practice that down below. So we have two equations, negative 1/3 x minus 2, let's make this bigger, and negative 2x plus 3. So first let's graph negative 1/3 x times 2. This one right here. So first we're going to go to the y-intercept, which is negative 2. Then we're going to go, because it's negative 1/3, we're either going to go down 1 to the right 3 or up 1 to the left 3. I'm going to actually do both. So this is down 1 to the right 3, down 1 to the right 3, up 1 to the left 3, up 1 to the left 3. And then I'm going to draw my line. And then I'm going to use a different color, red, to draw negative 2x plus 3. So I'm going to go to the plus 3 mark. That's our y-intercept. And I'm going to go down to the left one, down to the left one. Right one, sorry, down to the right one, down to the right one, down to the right one, down to the right one. And just to finish, I go up to the left one. So then I connect my lines, and my point of intersection is right here. This point right here, and that would be 3, negative 3. So our solution to this problem is 3 for our x, negative 3 for our y. Now you got to check your answers. So I'm going to do my first equation first. I'm going to say y. Well, no, sorry, not y. We're going to replace, to check our verify our answers, we're going to replace our y and x with our respective y and x. Now remember, this is this is x and this is y. So we're going to say y equals negative 1/3 x minus 2. We replace our y with our y from our coordinate, which is negative 3. Then we say negative 1/3 because that's what's next, and we replace our x with our x coordinate, which is 3. And then we say our minus 2. Now, negative 3, 1/3 times 3 gives us negative 1, minus 2. And then we have negative 3, negative 1, minus 2 is negative 3. Well, there we go. That one works for that one. Now we have to check the other one. Our equation was y equals negative 2x plus 3. Now we're going to say our y is negative 3 equals negative 2 times our x of 3 plus 3 negative 3 equals negative 2 times 3 is negative 6 plus 3. Negative 6 plus positive 3 gives you a negative 3. Negative 3 equals negative 3. So it works for both equations, but we know for sure that this is our solution. So our solution, and make sure you highlight, make sure you make it known that this is our solution. All right, next page. All right, now you guys try it on your own and then pause the video and then I will show you the answer. All right, so you should have gotten a graph that looked like this. One positive, one negative. This is my negative x minus 4 is this one. My 3/5 x plus 4 is this one. On this one, just make sure you paid attention. You could get the 4 for your y-intercept, but you could not go up 3, so you had to go down 3 to the left. Remember, down to the left are negative, negative, which makes a positive. So then you should have got negative 5, 1 was your point of intersection, and you verify your answers, and you should have got 1 equals 1 for each one of those. All right, so verify if the solution is correct in each system. So the solution to these three are 1, negative 4, 2, negative 5, and 4, negative 1. Now, for these solutions, we need to check, are they actually the solutions or are they just a point? So let's check. So first thing first, we're going to plug these into the first equation. So A, and we have negative 4 equals negative, hold on, equals, sorry, I was about to put the wrong number, negative 1 minus 3. So we have negative 4 equals negative 1 minus 3. So negative 4 equals negative 4. Because negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. That checks out so far. Then we have B. We have negative 4 equals negative 5 times 1 plus 1. Now we're doing the second equation. Negative 4 equals negative 5 times 1 is negative 5 plus 1. And negative 4 equals negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. So this one has a solution. Now we must check the next one. We have y equals, oh, don't want the camera on. Y equals negative x minus 3, so we're going to plug in the y and the x coordinates. So now we have negative 5 equals negative, and then we put our 2 in parentheses, minus 3. That makes that a negative 2, so we have negative 5. Negative 2 minus 3 gives us negative 5, so there it worked. So let's try if this is the solution to the second equation. So we have negative 5 equals negative 7 times our our x of 2 plus 3. Negative 5 equals negative 2 times, or negative 7 times 2 gives us negative 14 plus 3. Negative 14 plus 3 gives us negative 11 and negative 5. As negative 11 does not equal negative 5, this is not a solution to this system. It's a solution to the first equation, but not the second one. I want you guys to try and figure out the next one, and I will give you guys an answer tomorrow. You guys are going to figure the next one out. You can check them with me or whoever the teacher is on the answer key to see if you got it right. Last thing I want to give you guys before I get off of here is about intersecting lines. So there are different kinds, and you can see what kind of solution you're going to get. So if you have intersecting lines, this means you have one solution. And so it has only shares one point. Next one, we have parallel lines. So if you have two parallel lines, then if you graph two lines and they're parallel, sorry, that arrow was terrible, they don't intersect, which means there's no solution. And finally, you have the same line. So you have one line, and then let's change color so we can tell the difference. And then we have another line on top of it. That means it's infinite solutions. Every point is the same. On this line is a solution because they're the same line. All right, you're going to review how to write and graph linear equations. Again, you're going to find the slope for this one. And you remember their slope is rise over run. And then you're going to just graph the equation that's given you. Remember, this is your m and this is your b. M is slope and b is the y-intercept. So use this information to graph. The teacher has the answers, and then you're going to tell me what are the two equations for this one, what are the two equations, and what are the solution to those two equations. Here, same thing. Sorry. On these back ones, you say what is the two equations. You have two lines here. Don't forget, you have two lines here. You have two lines here. You have two lines here, and you have two lines here. What is the system of equation, and what is the solution? That's your homework, and I'll see you guys later.